Hey guys, welcome back to Say What Reacts. I am back again with another video for you guys. And this time this video is going to be a little different because I made a post yesterday about a Q&A. Someone asked me in a comment if I'd be willing to do a Q&A. And I was like, yeah, sure. I mean, I don't know why I wouldn't. So why not? So I made a post. Said, you guys send me your questions, whatever you guys want to ask, K-pop, non-K-pop, whatever you guys want, and I'll answer them. Kind of an open book, and I talk a lot, so, whatever. It's totally fine with me. This hair is going to bother me if it doesn't stay in place. I always have hair issues in my videos. What is that about? Okay, so, here is the post, and I'm going to scroll down. It is 8:15 on Saturday night, by the way. My Saturday night. So that's what I'm doing this. So any comments after this, I'll refresh the page before I'm done. But any comments after this will be, oh, I'm yawning. All right. Why am I yawning already? Any comments after this, obviously I won't be able to get to because I will have already filmed this. But I'll refresh this right before I'm done just to make sure I don't miss any. I've read almost all of the comments already, but I just noticed there's 41, and last time I read them, it was at 36, so there might be a few I have not seen yet. I see Bimal's comment is first, and it's probably going to take me the longest to answer, so I might as well get it out of the way. So Bimal says, just read the comments, and I know the answers for at least 50% of the questions here. So let me ask something different, I guess. I wonder if you ever met EXO one day. What would you like to say to every member? I mean, suppose you have 10 minutes to say everything you want to say to them, and they understand whatever you say. Sometimes I imagine what I would say or ask if I had a chance. So I said back to her, ha ha ha, you've been with me from the beginning and almost on every live, so it's not surprising that you'll know most of the answers. And then, all dang, way to make me think about things. So that's okay, well, first of all, if I had 10 minutes to talk to all 9 of them, that would take an hour and a half. And so I'm not going to sit here and talk for 10 minutes of exactly what I would say to them. But I think for the most part, what I would start off, if I was like in a room, one-on-one with each one at a time, I think firstly, I would just, number one, I would thank them. I would also probably, on behalf of XOLs, apologize for all of the crazy say-sayings that call themselves XOLs that are obviously not, and just express my gratitude for them still doing what they love to do despite not having normal lives anymore. And because I think that's probably the hardest thing, is seeing that, like, it's hard for them to even go out of their house. It's hard for them to go to the airport, to just to catch a flight. So just definitely thanking them for still sticking with everything for us, and for their passion and following their passion. I'd probably want to know, out of all of the songs that they have produced, what is their favorite song, and why did they pick that particular song? And then I would also ask them, out of any other K-pop band song, what would their favorite song be? And then after that, out of any other non-K-pop band's song or individual song, something non-K-pop, what would your favorite song or be, and the reasons why? Because I just want to know more about them and what they like and stuff. And it would be the ultimate dream if either Baekhyun or Chanyeol admitted yes or no if they actually are in a relationship. That would be just the ultimate. Just to have one of them confirm and know for sure whether we're all crazy or whether they really do love each other, like that. That would be just everything. I mean, if it's the answer I want, it would be everything. If it's the answer I don't want, then that would be disappointing, but whatever. As long as they're happy, that's all I care about. I'd probably just talk with them casually, just, I don't want them to feel like they're in another interview, Um, I don't know. I don't know. That's such a difficult question. That's a really difficult question. I would remain calm. My insides would be freaking out, but I would remain, I would try my hardest to remain put together and calm on the outside. Um, I would just want everything videotaped so I could cherish the memory and watch it again. Even if no one else in the world ever sees that video, just so I can see that, my interaction with them, that would be amazing to be able to have that memory saved to be able to watch again. Um, I don't know, guy. I feel like I'm rambling. I gotta move on. It's a lot. Okay, Chris C. I thought you were supposed to put out a question about reacting to other K-pop groups, and then you randomly select a winner. What happened? Yes, and I responded. It was supposed to happen last weekend, but Saturday we did Mother's Day, and Sunday I wasn't home the entire day. So I will be posting that this weekend, though. Don't you worry. And I am. I will be posting that tomorrow. So last Sunday, I was supposed to post it, and for those of you who don't know what she's talking about, or he, I'm not even sure. I was supposed to create a community post. Basically, what you guys will do is you will comment on the community post, and you will list 3 songs, MVs, songs, videos, whatever you want. 3 things you want me to react to. Doesn't matter if it's K-pop, non-K-pop, video, funny thing. It doesn't matter. 3 things you want me to react to. I will leave the poll open for a couple, or not the poll, but the post open for a couple of days. You guys will comment. I will close it out after a couple of days, and then I will do a random number generator. And let's say it picks number 15. I will start at the top, and I will comment down 15 comments, and whoever's comment that is, they're the winner. And they're going to get their selection. Their 3 choices reacted to. I would suggest not, unless you want me to react to it, it's completely up to you. I would suggest don't do EXO, only because I've seen most of everything EXO. I would suggest not to pick anything BTS because I'm reacting to BTS currently, so I'll eventually get to it. So you kind of, wasted a choice since I'm going to be getting to it anyway. And I wouldn't do GOT7 only because my boyfriend is a GOT7 bias, and we're starting a little GOT7 series that he's going to do probably tomorrow when their new song releases. We're going to react to that, and that's going to kind of be the kickoff of our GOT7 series. Other than that, whatever you guys want, list it. If you're the winner, I react to it. Surprise. So, and I think you're not going to know if you won or not until the video. So I'm not going to announce who won before the video gets posted and released. So it'll be fun. I'm excited because it's going to kind of expose me to other things I haven't seen before. So I'm really excited for that. So I will be posting that tomorrow. Don't you worry. Last Sunday we left the house at 9 a.m. to drive to South Florida because my boyfriend found a car down there that he really liked. So we drove all the way down there, got the car, went to dinner, did an escape room, and drove all the way back. We didn't get home till 2 a.m. So there's no way I was posting that last Sunday. So, But it'll be tomorrow. Don't you worry. Sorry. Linny, I think it's Linny. Linny M. What breed is your dog? So my dog is a Dachshund. He's asleep down here, so I don't want to wake him up. He was in my live earlier. So you can always take a look at the live. Let me find a picture of him for you guys. He's in my favorites folder, of course. So can you guys see that? Here's a picture of my handsome boy. Sorry, my lights are reflecting, so it might be hard to see it, but that's a picture of my handsome boy. I'll find another picture for you. Here's another picture. Here's another picture. My baby boy. He's more gray around his muzzle now because he's a little old man. But that's my baby. This is him all cuddled up on the couch. Adorable. When he's like that, I don't even want to leave the house. I don't want to go anywhere. Yeah, I have a cat too, for those of you who don't know that I have a cat. Oh, here's another picture of him with my brother. He's just chilling with my brother, his uncle. So yeah, a Dotson. I have a cat as well. I'll show you the picture of my cat because I don't want to leave my cat out. Oh, by the way, this is my dog and my cat. This is their typical relationship, just so you guys know. My cat sitting on top of my dog's head. So yeah, so that is their typical relationship. They're best friends. They're adorable together. The picture of my cat. So this is that's my kitty. He has big old kitty eyes, and he always looks like that, guys. This is him kind of crouched down trying to get my hand because I was playing with him. So yeah, as you can see, he always has those big old eyes. He's adorable. His name is Taco. So dog's name is Mr. Fritz. Mr. Fritzy Man. He had the name Fritz when I got him. So we kept that, but we just added the Mr. on because, it's adorable. So yeah. There's another picture of him looking up at me from the floor, and I'm on the couch. Big ol' eyes, but they're the best of friends. They're always laying and cuddling together, as you can see. It looks like they're holding hands. They sleep beside each other. This is we bought this chair just for them, and it's covered with blankets. But this is them laying down on their chair, cuddled together. So yeah. Okay, that's enough. I'm like a proud mom when it comes to my babies, so I'll just show pictures of them for days. Okay, next one. Top 5 must listen to EXO songs. Okay, and this is from Inspires. Inspire Yeah. Top 5 must listen to EXO songs. Well, I'll just give you my top 5 EXO songs. I might have to make it top 6. So number 1 is, and I'll play a little snippet of each so that those of you who don't know what I'm talking about can hear what I'm talking about. Playlists. Let me just search for them because what did I say my top one was? Oh yeah, duh. Why am I an idiot? Okay, so this is my number 1 favorite. So this is Sweet Lies. It's really good. It's such a sexy song. It's such a good song, guys. I love it so much. Oh wait, my favorite song actually, or my favorite part's actually about to come up. So I'm gonna play that real quick and then I'm gonna go. Dio's. Actually, that's not my favorite part. Chanyeol's part's my favorite. What am I talking about? Here we go. He says, I know you like a hot cocoa in the winter. So good. This is my number 1 song, guys. This is my favorite song out of all of EXO's songs. This is my favorite. It's so good. Okay, I'm gonna shut up about that one now. Okay, so that's Sweet Lies. Oh God, what's number? See, things have switched around since their last album, and I'm trying to. I don't know where some things fall in place anymore. But I'm just gonna give you a top 5. That's number 1. The others are kind of, they trade places. Oasis is off their last album. It's one of my favorite things ever. Kai. It's so good. Let me go to the chorus. Oh, wait, hold on. Hold on. Okay. Oh, my boy's about to start singing too, Chaniel. Oh, so good. Okay. So that's either 2 or 3. I don't know. White Noise is up there as well. Let me fast forward it a little bit. So sexy. I love it. Okay, that's White Noise. Love White Noise. See, this is where, okay, Artificial Love is obviously in there. Artificial Love is amazing. Okay, enough of that. Okay, so yeah. Then we have, like, okay, so that's 4. But there's still 2. No, there's definitely still 2. Okay, so then there's this Wait. Wait is their guitar only, like acoustic, basically. This was off their last album in December, repackaged Love Shot. Okay, fast forward it. Hold on. I fast forwarded too much. Here we go. Their voices. So good. And Cloud9. It's got that old school 90s R&B vibe to it. I love it. But my favorite part is when my boy sings, so I gotta fast forward to that. So now you hear like what I'm drawn to the most, like what my favorites are. So yeah, that's what my favorites are of EXO. I think that was the top six. I think that's. But I also love Going Crazy a lot. Um, yeah, so Going Crazy is pretty good. Um, so this is probably like up in the top 10 as well. Bloomy Days up in the top 10. Fast forward it. Here we go. My headband is doing that thing where it's pushing all of it's going rising up on my head instead of staying down, and it's like pushing my hair up in the back. I just need to like not I need to not turn my head to the side, then you won't see it. How about that? Okay, that was long. Okay, let me go to the next one. Sorry. Okay. Guys, you asked me stuff like this, and I'm just gonna go on forever about it. This has already been like way too long of a video. Okay. Um, have you ever traveled outside of the US, and where do you want to visit? I have traveled outside of the US. Well, no, I guess technically. Well, technically, yes. Okay, how about this? The only places outside of the US, outside of like I've had to cross water to get to. Let's go there. The places where I had to cross water to get to were Bahamas and Jamaica. I think Bahamas part of the US though? I'm so bad at geography, but I don't think Jamaica is. Yeah. So those are the only two places I've had to cross water to get to. And where do I want to visit? Where don't I want to visit is more of the question. There are so many places I want to visit. It's not even funny. Um, I want to visit everywhere, dude. Like, I don't think it'd be fair to list like one place over another because I would jump at the chance to like go to so many different places. Now I want to visit Korea. Never knew I wanted to visit Korea before, but I do now. I know the number one place my boyfriend wants to visit is Japan. He wants to go to Japan so bad. He's always wanted to go to Japan. So yeah. Yeah, I think it would be gorgeous to see Scotland or Ireland. I'm not Irish, by the way. Everyone thinks I'm Irish or Scottish. I'm neither. I'm actually Hispanic. I know that's an added little piece of information that wasn't in these questions, but just so you guys know. And the Spanish that derives from Spain and Cuba. So yeah, so I'm half cracker, half white, half Spanish, quarter Cuban, quarter Spaniard. So yeah. Yeah, so okay, let's go to the next one. What non-K-pop artists do you like? Beyonce, Taylor Swift, Eminem, Ed Sheeran, Cardi B. If you're asking out of those, I would pick Taylor Swift and Ed Sheeran. But if you're just asking in general, I I don't listen to a lot of non-K-pop artists in the past like what, 10 months now. It's like all I've listened to in the past 10 months. That being said, I like catchy songs. I like, catchy poppy songs. So of course I like Taylor Swift and Ed Sheeran. I also like music where you can appreciate the lyrics and what they're saying. So yeah, I also like songs that have a good beat, even if what they're saying is shit, which I hate that, but I can't help it. I've danced since I was 3 years old, so I love songs with a good beat. That doesn't mean I like what they're saying though. So I'm just trying to think. I don't even have like, honestly, guys, I haven't bought any albums other than and I'll just show you real quick my library, my recently added list. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see this, but It's going to be just a lot of BTS and EXO and like other K-pop things thrown in there as well, because that's all I've been listening to. So you'll see a lot of BTS. I think that's that's Icon. Chanyeol's single, Winner, BTS. Ace, because Ace is amazing. And they just released a new album, which I'm totally actually need to download that. Chen's April in a Flower. This is just a playlist I created. 17, Shiny, just to Focus on Me, Got 7, Subunit, Let's Shut Up and Dance, which has Lay in it. 123 by Sungri, that was before all the scandal. Not that it matters, I'm just saying. Day 6, Shoot Me, Icon, and then Fuck It, Big Bang. Literally everything else, guys, is all related to EXO. All of this is EXO. All of this is EXO. All of that is EXO. Yeah, there, and it stops. It stops at a certain point. So yeah, so I feel like I can't even really answer that question properly, because I literally haven't purchased or downloaded anything that is non-K-pop in probably the last 10 months. Because since I started listening to them back in like July or August. So yeah. But that being said, I can appreciate a nice, poppy, good lyric song. So yeah. Will you be reacting to dance practices, to a dance practice series of BTS since you loved choreography? Oh, by the way, last question, did you ever travel outside the US was Arslan? Ashi was the, what non-K-pop artist you like? And then this is by Hi. Will you be reacting to a dance practice series of BTS since you said you loved choreography? I do love choreography. Like I said, I've danced since I was 3, and I actually choreograph myself. I teach a dance fitness class twice a week. I'm just now getting back into it after 2 years of not being able to do it. So I'm excited to get back into it and kind of get my body moving again, because Lord knows I need it. So yeah, and I do have a YouTube for that. If anybody cares to know, just message me and I'll share the YouTube channel with you on my dance choreography. But yeah, I am going to be doing a dance practice series. But since there are a lot of MVs I have not seen yet, although I want to watch all the dance practices so bad because it's one of my favorite things ever, because there's MVs I haven't seen, I don't want to get into a dance practice series yet, because I don't want to see the dance practice before watching the music video. So I'm going to watch the music videos first, and then once I'm done with all the music videos and caught up, then I'll start my dance practice series. So yes, that's my plan on that, but absolutely I will be doing that. All right, Janet Rosario, what do you think is the difference between US music and K-pop music? Do you consider yourself a multi-fandom or a solo stan? Okay, so what's the difference between US music and K-pop music? And now as I say this, I'm just letting you know right now, I am making a blanket statement, which is not fair to a lot of US artists, and I'm sorry for that. But I'm just going by what's on the radio, okay? I'm not going by a lot of these kind of more indie sounding artists that have amazing music. I'm not going by any of that. I'm just going kind of by what's out there on the radio, guys. Unfortunately, a lot of the stuff on the radio is stuff that has shit lyrics. I mean, okay, I'm gonna give an example, and I don't even know. I'm gonna open up a new page here, and I'm going to give an example of this, but I'm letting you know right now. If this song came on, I'd dance to it. I would 100% dance to it. But I hate what the lyrics are, because I feel like it... Girls with tattoos like getting in trouble, lashes and diamonds, ATM machines, buy myself all my favorite things. Hold on, let me just like fast forward. My wrist, stop watching, my neck is flossing, make big deposits, my lips, or my gloss is popping, you like my hair, gee thanks, just bought it. I see it, I like it, I want it, I got it. That's great for her. But, and it's super catchy. This song is so fucking catchy. This Ariana Grande Seven Ring song. So catchy. And if it was playing in a club, I would be fucking dancing to it 100% because the beat is so good. But I hate what she's saying because it just makes you have to think about the people who are listening to this music. The people who are listening to this music can't see it, like it, want it, and get it. It's just that's not the reality for people. It's just not. And when you have teenagers who listen to this and look up to her and they want everything that she has, and it's like, that's not life, that's not real, it's not reality. It's just, sure, maybe for 1% out there who get lucky and make it big, but it's just not the reality for the rest of us. And I just feel like you're giving kids these unrealistic expectations of what the real world is like, in a way, if that makes any sense. I don't know, maybe you guys aren't going to agree with me. I just don't think it sends the right message of, there's another song, okay, I'm trying to remember who it is. There's another song that's basically saying they don't quite have enough money to pay their rent, so because of that, they're just going to go out and party with the money instead. I'm sorry, what? Like, how the fuck does that make any sense? What? How about you don't blow your money and you just earn a little bit more so you can actually pay your rent and have a place to stay, have a roof over your head. Let's be a little bit responsible here. And I know that makes me sound like the oldest old lady that there is, but I'm sorry, but it's just, this isn't real. This isn't stuff that's important. It's watches and flossy necklaces and expensive makeup products, and it's not stuff that's important. It's not stuff that means things, so it's just, songs like this are what I can't stand about American music. And I think that might be one of the reasons why I gravitated towards K-pop as much as I did. I don't understand what they're saying in K-pop, but there's lyric videos and I can read what they're saying, and reading what they're saying and seeing that they're singing about things that like have meaning and have feelings behind it and mean something. It's just, that's the kind of music I gravitate towards. Now, that being said, I'm not saying that all US music is like that. One of Halsey's songs, the song that Halsey just performed at the BBMAs, it's such a good song, and it's so emotional, and it has such good lyrics to it. So I'm not saying that all US music is like that. I'm just saying that a lot of US music is talking about the I almost said artificial, but it kind of superficial is what I meant to say. The superficial bullshit that just doesn't matter. And that superficial bullshit, I feel, is what is just giving teenagers that are listening to this music an unrealistic expectation for what they want out of life. I just want to do something that makes me happy. Guess what? If everybody in the world did what makes them happy, you wouldn't have people that worked at, the grocery store. You wouldn't have people who worked at Walmart. You wouldn't have people who worked at the gas station. You're going to do things in life that don't make you happy, and that's okay. You don't, as long as you're good, as long as you're not miserable, as long as, you're doing what you need to do to earn your living, proudly, and provide for yourself and for your family. That's what matters. That's absolutely what matters, because ultimately your family and yourself are what matters in life. Your car and your wristwatch and your necklace isn't what matters in life, So same thing with a lot of the rap songs here these days. A lot of the rap songs are just, it's about, getting the hose and spending the money and making it rain and popping a cap in someone. Like, it bothers me. It's very upsetting, and it bothers me because you hear these lyrics and you see teenagers, like young kids, preteens, singing along with the lyrics. And I'm like, do you realize what you're singing? Like, this isn't good. Like, a 13-year-old kid shouldn't be singing these lyrics. Like, this is just awful. So yeah, I kind of went on a little rant, but that's And sorry, Ariana, for using your song as an example. It was just the first thing that came to mind. That being said, it's a really fun song. It's a great beat. I just think that the lyrics behind it, it's just not needed. And it just creates that superficial lifestyle that I think people cling to too much. So yeah, do I consider myself a multi-fandom or a solo stan? I definitely consider myself multi-fandom. Obviously, especially now at this point, for sure. I've been listening to so many things. I love Ace so much. The group Ace, if you have not checked out Ace, you need to check out Ace. They are amazing. They just released another song, which we reacted to earlier today. That'll be up tonight. So that means it'll already be up by the time this video goes up. Yeah. God, this video is going to be a lot longer than I thought. So yeah, definitely multi-fandom at this point. EXO is my ultimate group, and Chanyeol is my ultimate bias. That might be actually another question that's on here. If it is, I'll repeat it. It's okay. So yeah, EXO's ultimate group, and Chanyeol is the ultimate bias. As far as solo stands go, solo stands within one group can suck it. And that's how I interpret, or that's how I view things. And the reason I say that is because just today, Lay, for those of you who don't know, Lay is the last Chinese member of EXO who has not been able to participate in EXO activities because of the political tension that has been going on between China and Korea. He has not been able to actively participate in anything that has to do with Korean stuff. He can only participate in anything that has to do with Chinese stuff, and that was just recently. So he was in the last comeback, EXO Tempo, or the Tempo song. He was in the Chinese version of it very briefly, but he was in it. And that was the first time he's been able to participate in anything EXO in 2 years. So we want him back so badly, but he's a youth ambassador for China. So because he's involved with stuff like that, he can't cross those lines and do things that would be frowned upon in his country. It would be really bad if he did. So because of that, he hasn't been able to actively participate. Well, today, this morning, he posted a picture of him and Sehun together. Sehun is the maknae of EXO. And they were cute pictures. Lay looked very tired in the pictures, but they were such cute pictures. They were like, giving the little, poses and stuff in the camera. And to see him sitting beside another EXO member for the first time in a very long time was so exciting to see. And he ended up deleting the picture because he got so much hate by solo stans accusing him of using Sehun in his picture to gain more fans. That kind of shit pisses me the fuck off. He has obviously known Sehun and been in Sehun's life for over 10 years. If you give how long they were trainees before they got into the band, it's been about 10 years that they've known each other and that they've been friends, that they've been very close. And it's not Lay's fault that the two countries are having political tension and he hasn't been able to actively be a part of his band. He's still in EXO. He is still an active member. And it pisses me the fuck off that the Chinese fans, which should be supporting him since he's the only Chinese member left in EXO, that a lot of the Chinese fans and solo stans of Sehun hated on him to the point where he felt he had to remove his picture that he posted. So as far as solo stans, as far as that goes, solo stans can fuck off. Yeah. Now, if you're somebody who is a solo stan to your group and you just are fans of your group, that's fine. If you don't feel like you want to get into another group, that's fine. I'm just speaking of solo stans within the same group. Someone who hates on other members of the same group. There is no need. If you love a group, you love that group. If that idol loves his members dearly, so for you to hate on his other members basically means you're shitting on that idol as well. So I don't even know how you can call yourself a fan at that point. So, yeah. Anyway, so that's my little rant about that. So I definitely consider myself a multi-fandom, and I am 100% OT9 as far as EXO goes, and I'm OT7 as far as BTS goes. I'm OT5 as far as ACE goes. I'm getting choked up. I'm getting so upset. Jeez. So anyway, do I consider myself an ARMY? If you do, what got you into them? Okay, so this is a question people have asked, and I don't really know how to answer this because I feel weird calling myself an ARMY, and I don't know why. Because at this point, I would think that any normal person who's listened to as much BTS as they have, has downloaded as much stuff as they have, and is still planning on getting into BTS further, I would think that anyone else would call themselves an ARMY. But because I am an XOL, I feel weird because I don't know how other ARMY would perceive me calling myself an ARMY because I am an XOL. So it's hard for me to say. I mean, I guess I would say I would consider myself a baby ARMY. Because there's still so much I haven't seen or learned or know. So maybe a baby ARMY. But yeah, I wouldn't say like I'm a hardcore ARMY yet, just because there's just so many things I don't know and I haven't seen. But yeah, I don't know. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. What got me into them? Well, I live in America. And the only thing you hear about here as far as K-pop, and this was last year, even before they released Boy With Love, the only thing K-pop here that you have ever heard is BTS. And that was, I saw Fake Love last year sometime. I don't remember when it was, but I did see Fake Love last year sometime. And I also saw some of their interviews on like Ellen and James Corden and stuff like that. So I had seen those things, and so I knew of BTS. So when I had gotten into EXO, I think people had asked me and commented on some of my videos, you know, can you react to BTS? Can you react to BTS? So I thought to myself, well, I mean, I know of BTS at least, so why not? Let's react to them. I had already seen Fake Love, so the very first reaction video I did was Fake Love, and it was kind of just like a breakdown or review of it because I had already seen it before. And then from there, they were asking me to react to more things. So then I did DNA. And then after that, it was, okay, let me learn about them. So I reacted to who are the 7 members of Bangtan. And then it was also from Nobody's to Legends Part 1 and Part 2 that I did. After that is when I think I did like one Taekook ship video, which apparently wasn't a good one. Because you guys said the clips that wasn't a good video to react to. I don't know what I'm doing. And after that is when I was like, okay, if I'm going to continue doing this, I want to know what's going on. So that's when I started the storyline, and I got into reacting to the storyline, and yeah, and it's just gone from there. So yeah, what do you think about the next EXO? Oh, and that was YSS that asked, do you consider yourself an ARMY? Baekhyun wife, what do you think about the next EXO CB would be? Oh, Comeback. I'm like, what is that? And Lay's new album, Honey, coming up. I knew Lay was working on something. I didn't know it was called Honey. So that's interesting. I'm hoping Lay's last album, he had 22 songs on it. 11 songs were Chinese, Mandarin, and the same 11 songs were repeated again, but in English. So slightly different as far as the lyric, because you have to convert, lyrics. And so sometimes things don't exactly translate for, lyrical purposes, like rhyming and stuff like that. So yeah, but there wasn't a bad song on that album. I loved every single song on that album. So I'm actually, if Lay is coming out with another album, I am extremely excited about it, and I really, really hope he does the same thing he did last time and releases it half English, half Mandarin. That would be amazing because I enjoyed it so, so much. What do you think about the next EXO comeback? What do you think about the next EXO comeback would be like? What do you think the next EXO comeback would be like? I don't know. I honestly don't know what it would be like. I just hope more of the storyline gets revealed, because that would be great, because we're all confused. And I mean, it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be weird not having Schumann there because of his military service. So it's gonna be very weird not having Schumann there. I really hope Lay at least as a cameo like he did last time. That would be amazing. I know that there's still tensions between China and Korea. I've heard that there have been some progress made. And I think someone from Korea is going to be meeting with someone from China within the next week or so. So maybe they can gain more ground and stuff, positive things can come from that. I don't know. But it would be really cool if Lay was able to participate in the next comeback in some way, shape, or form. And it's going to be weird not having Schumann there. But that being said, I don't really care what the next comeback is like because it's EXO and they've never disappointed. So I'm just excited. I'm so excited. Where did we leave off at? We are at Queen Atastic? Queen Atastic? Did I say that right? Do you watch K-dramas? And if so, which ones have you watched or want to watch? There are a ton I want to watch. Too many to list, to be honest. I just never have time. As far as the K-dramas I have watched, I've only watched K-dramas that have EXO members in it. So I think the first one I watched was Chanyeol's So I Married an Anti-Fan. I watched that one. It was super cheesy, but I loved every second of it. And then I watched Suho's Rich Man, Poor Woman. That was good. His acting wasn't my favorite in that one. I think his acting has been better in other things. But it was still a good movie. Then I watched Dio's 100 Days, My Prince. If you haven't seen it, I'm talking to you. If you haven't seen it, you need to watch it. After you finish watching this live, please, or not live, this isn't live. After you finish watching this video, go find it and go watch it. They have episodes on Daily Motion that are English subbed. You need to watch it. It's amazing. And Dio is, Kyungsu is so good in it. He's so good in it. I fell in love with that drama so much. It's so good. Speaking of, I need to watch that again with Caitlin. I need to get Caitlin on that. We watched episode 1 of Showtime the other day, guys, by the way. Just throwing that out there. And then the last K-drama I watched was Chanyeol's Memories of the Alhambra. And that was really cool. It was so different. If Chanyeol was in it, it's probably not something I ever would have watched, but I'm so glad I did. Because it was just such a cool it was so cool. I don't even know it was neat. I recommend that one as well. It was really, really neat. So yeah. Fatima, what do you like to do on your free time? Well, honestly, the only thing I do in my free time is this. This is what I do. Yeah. Of course, like I said, I do teach a dance fitness class. So, I do that twice a week as long as the class doesn't get canceled, as long as like no one cancels on me and stuff. And then, sorry guys. Oh man. And then I also, once a week, I always hang out with like family and friends. It's usually on Thursday nights. So we just go out to like, kind of bar restaurant thing, and we all just kind of chill, order food, hang out. We'll usually end up back at my friend Melissa's house. And yeah. And we just hang out and talk bullshit and, like friends do. I play, the most recent song I've discovered or whatever I play for her. Usually if we go back to her house, she has this gorgeous, huge flat screen TV, and it's the picture quality is the most amazing thing I've ever seen. So I always pull up videos and watch MVs on her TV because it's just so beautiful. Like when I reacted to Airplane, just like this last week, and I loved it so much. I was like, okay, I have to watch this MV on your TV because I think it's going to be beautiful. And sure as shit was. It was so pretty. So yeah. But yeah, I don't really, as far as my free time, I mean, I watch people's reactions. I do that too. Like whenever I'm done editing and I'm just waiting for my video to process, I usually click on and watch someone's reaction or whatever. Okay. Your ultimate bias, I've answered that, is Chanyeol from EXO. What is your go-to song when you're feeling sad? I don't necessarily think I have a go-to song when I'm feeling sad. I'm trying to think of... I don't know. That's a hard one. And this is all Fatima, by the way. Um, Yeah, I don't necessarily think I have a go-to song. I have different playlists on my phone. I have I have a BTS playlist. I have EXO chill songs. I have EXO hype songs. I have EXO my favorite songs. I have an EXO all songs playlist. That one is 9 hours long. If I were to play everything from start to end, it's a 9 hour long playlist because there's so much content on it. Because it's everything. It's solos. It's collabs. It's everything on there. So yeah. Um, so yeah, I don't know if I necessarily have a go-to song, but usually it's just kind of whatever my mood is. And honestly, when I'm feeling sad, I usually will watch something. I won't just listen to something. I'll usually watch something. Yeah, and I usually just go to my homepage on YouTube and I kind of just click home and it refreshes and I see if there's something there, like a suggestion or whatever. And I'll kind of just fiddle around from there. I do watch a lot of, I know people are asking about K dramas. I actually watch a lot of BL dramas. For those of you who don't know what BL dramas are, BL just stands for boy love. So yeah, it's dramas where the two there's a lot going on. There's a lot of different characters and different subplots and stuff, but the main two characters are two boys who end up like falling for each other in some way, shape, or form, whether they hated each other at first and whether they got stuck together or whether, the one had a crush on the other, whether they were strangers and they became close, whatever the situation was. Yeah, so and a lot of the dramas I watch are actually Thai dramas. There's a drama called, and I actually have it on my page. It's under my playlist. It's called A and Pete, or Pete and A. It's from a series called Love by Chance. They are adorable. I recommend checking that out. You can just check out on my playlist because on my playlist I have just their relationship development, so you don't have to watch the entire thing if you don't want to. I stopped at episode 6, so I really need to continue that because episode 7, honey, episode 7 gets steamy. I'm just saying. So yeah. Yeah, Love by Chance and Together with Me and there's a bunch. There's another one coming out or that just came out that I need to check out as well. I just don't have a lot of time, so I forget these things. But yeah, I love watching those as well. I'm a very open-minded person. I think love is beautiful. I don't care if it's between a guy and a girl and a girl, or a guy and a guy. I don't care. And I think it's adorable when it is between two guys. I don't know why. I just find it so sweet and so endearing. It's just adorable. And I love that two people can be like secure enough to display their affection for that other person. Even knowing, the stigma, unfortunately, that still comes with it in a lot of places, in a lot of countries. So I don't know, to see something like that and to see a show based around that, I just think is a beautiful thing. So yeah. Okay. Darkest Blue one. What got into K-pop and why do you watch, and do you watch K-dramas too? So I already talked about the K-dramas, what got me into K-pop. So for those of you who don't know this story, a lot of you already know this story, but for those of you who don't, my boyfriend and I were just browsing. I was browsing Netflix and I saw this show. You know how sometimes when you're on Netflix, like a trailer will play? And a trailer played for the show called Busted. Now, if you don't know, do you guys know what escape rooms are? It's like a game that you go and you play and you're basically locked in a room and you have 60 minutes to like search the room and find clues and solve puzzles and figure out what's going on in order to be able to, so you find clues, you solve riddles or questions or figure out the solution to something in order to get a key or to get a clue to open up a box or to unlock something to get the next clue. And it's a series of things that you have to figure out, and eventually you'll figure out how to escape the room that you're in or how to solve the problem that's happening, because it's different scenarios. Like one of them is, you're locked in a room and the murderer is going to come back and you have to escape the room before he comes back and kills you. There's those themes. There's another theme where it's like there's a nuclear bomb that's going to launch in 60 minutes and you have to help solve the whatever to find the code to disarm the bomb, little things like that. So there's different like scenarios depending on what room you end up doing. They're so much fun. Anyway, I used to manage an escape room for like a year and a half. But anyway, there are a lot of fun. So I was looking at Netflix and I see this trailer for a show called Busted, and I'm watching, and I'm like, this looks kind of like a murder mystery like dinner where they're trying to figure out who the murderer is. But then at one point it also looked like they were kind of like in an escape room type thing. I was like, this looks really fun. Like, what is this? So I played the trailer for my boyfriend. I was like, do you want to watch this? And he's like, yeah, that looks fun. Yeah, let's watch it. I was like, okay. So we ate dinner that night and we watched it. We laughed our asses off in that first episode. That first episode was so fucking funny. Oh my God. I loved it so much. So, we continued watching the rest of the episodes and went through the series. They're actually about to release Busted Season 2, which I cannot wait for. I'm so excited for Busted Season 2. It's not even funny. Anyway, Sehun's in that one as well. So we watched the show. At the end of the show, at the end of the series, we were thinking, okay, so who are all these people? Are they actors in Korea? Are they famous people? Are they comedians? What are they? So he Googled it. And he sees that they are all famous people in Korea. Some of them are actors. Some of them are in a boy band. Some of them are models. Some of them are comedians. So I was like, oh, one's in a boy band. I wonder what boy band that is. So he looked that up, and he said it was Sehun, and he's in a boy band called EXO. And I was like, oh, I wonder what that sounds like. So that was the start of the end for me. Went to YouTube, I Googled EXO. The very first thing that popped up, because it had just released like a month before, was EXO CBX Blooming Days. That was the very first thing I saw. I clicked on it, and I've never gone back. It was an amazing video. It was so catchy. I just wanted to kind of hear and know more from that point on, and now look at where I am. Have an entire channel dedicated to K-pop. So yeah. So that's what got me into it. Arslan, wow, this is so hard. Nothing coming to my mind right now. I need to think. No worries. Miss Hammy. Miss Hammy is a beautiful, beautiful soul. She sent me my first EXO merchandise. So she's amazing. Thank you, Miss Hammy. I do have a P.O. box. I'll post that tomorrow as well. If for some crazy reason any of you ever feel like sending me anything, which is insane to even think about, but amazing at the same time, I'll post the P.O. box for you guys. If EXO toured the US and held a contest that the winner in each city was able to spend the day with their bias with no restrictions, what place that held a special meaning to you would you want to share with Chanyeol? I would probably just want to just drive him around my city. I've lived in Tampa, Florida my entire life. So I'd probably just want to drive him around my city and show him different places around my city that I really like and stuff. But after that, honestly, you know what I think I'd want to do? I'd want to spend the day doing with Chanyeol, just because it's Chanyeol, and he's our happy virus. He's just such a bright ray of sunshine, and I love him so much. I think I would want to go to a theme park with him. I think I'd want to take him to Universal Studios, hop over to Orlando, take him to Universal Studios, probably play an escape room with him because he's so competitive and I think he'd be really into it. If I'm not wrong, I think I heard him say in an interview that he has played all the escape rooms in Korea. Or at least in Seoul. But yeah, so I know he likes escape rooms, so I would love to do an escape room with him. And I think I would want to spend the day at like a theme park with him and just have fun. I would love just to see him just laugh and have fun walking around with him and talking and sharing with him. I think that would just be such an amazing memory. So yeah, although I would want to show him, my city, the place I grew up, ultimately I'd want to probably just spend a day of just fun and just let him relax and have just a fun day, laughing and celebrating, and yeah, that's all. I that would be the most amazing thing. What do you think of when you see pineapple in pizza? Riri, I think we've talked about this on a live before. Pineapple does not belong in pizza. Jokes aside, what is your favorite holiday destination that you have been to or want to go in the future? I kind of have talked about this already as far as where I want to go. There's so many places I want to go. It's hard to even answer that question because there's just so much to see in this world that, like, I would jump at the opportunity to go wherever, honestly. I don't have a specific place over another necessarily. I think it's just, oh, I'm apparently going to Vegas, by the way, in September. I'm going to Vegas on a business thing. So I'll be there from like a Sunday through a Thursday. So, yeah, I'm excited about that. Never been to Vegas before, and it's pretty much all paid for. So that's awesome. Yeah. So I'll be going with, it's, the owner, the owner's wife, my boss, and the two district managers and myself, the account manager for my company. So yeah, I'm so excited about that. And I love the owner's wife, so I'm so excited she's coming too. So yay. As far as the place, holiday destination that I've been to before, two places that I've loved a lot that I've been to before would be New York, like New York, New York. I've been there before, but my boyfriend has never been there, so I would love to take my boyfriend to New York so he could experience what it's like in New York. And also, I spent 9 days traveling around Colorado. Me and the ex, we flew into Denver, rented a car, and we literally spent the entire week driving up and through different mountaintops and we did primitive camping the entire week we were there, except for like 2 times we actually stayed in the hotels. That way we could like take a proper shower. Because when you're camping, you obviously can't take it. When you're primitive camping means there's nothing there but an empty space for you to park your car or put your tent. There's nothing there. So you're pooping out, in basically a hole in the ground and peeing in a hole in the ground. And it's very glamorous. And there's no running water. There's no electricity, nothing. So you have to bring everything with you. The thing that made it the most amazing thing is because you're literally out in the middle of nowhere that, there's nothing. You get to see a part of this country that many people don't get to see. It's just this beautiful, like untouched landscape, and it's just the most gorgeous. I got to see some of the most gorgeous, scenic places that a lot of people just don't get to see because they stay on the paved road, and we're looking literally at the map, looking for the roads, like the dirt roads that aren't paved, just so we can drive down another road that's different so we can see amazing things. So it was just such an amazing experience, guys. It was really, really cool. Yeah, so that was an amazing experience. It was tough. It was hard doing primitive camping for that long of a period of time. And we would, park the car. We would go hiking. I love waterfalls. So we would go hiking to go see like this waterfall or that waterfall. So, but it was amazing. I also love Tennessee. Once again, I love waterfalls. So in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, there's a couple areas there that are just absolutely beautiful. Or around that area, I should say. Yeah. So yeah. Do you think BTS is K-pop or has surpassed the genre by a she? BTS is definitely K-pop. It hasn't surpassed the genre. I think that's going a little too far. Have they accomplished amazing things for their genre? Absolutely. But it's still K-pop. So, if they weren't singing in Korean, then I would say yes. But considering they're still singing in Korean, it's K-pop. It's Korean pop. That's the definition of K-pop. So yes, BTS is still K-pop. They have accomplished amazing things. Yeah. What are your hobbies and what kind of job do you do? So I kind of already touched base on the hobbies. I don't really know if I have hobbies necessarily. I like painting pottery. I showed people some pottery earlier today on my live. May's son, what kind of job do you do? So I am an account manager for Planet Fitness, which is a gym. So yeah, I manage all of the accounts for our franchise. So we have 7 locations in our franchise. We're about to open the 8th location in a couple of months, and we'll probably have the 9th location open before the end of the year. So yeah, I manage the accounts for all of the locations. So it's a lot. I just got the promotion I was a location manager. I was a manager of one of the locations, like general manager for one of the locations for about a year and a half. And then I got the promotion to accounts manager to oversee all of the locations. So yeah, I got the promotion a couple months back, like 4 months ago. Well, no, 3 months ago now. So yeah, I love it. I absolutely love it. Did you finally make a decision on, and this is Silva, who did you finally make a decision on who is your BTS bias? Anyway, love all your videos. Greetings from Indonesia. Hi from Indonesia. Or hi, Indonesia, I should say, not from, because I'm not from. Yes, my BTS bias is V. That boy's visuals fucking kill me. And if he doesn't keep his tongue in his damn mouth, I swear to God. Whoo! Yeah, so V is my bias. He's solidified that spot, I think. My record keeps changing. It depends on what's going on. It depends on the video. I've noticed that my record keeps changing. That one hasn't been solid yet. So if there's one song line that describes you the best, which one would it be? Holy shit, Sun and Moon. That's shit. I don't that, but that's one of those things where I need to like think about that and like come back. 'Cause there's just so many songs out there. Guys, I don't know. I don't know. This is the first question I can't really answer. I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about that one. I'm so sorry that I'm not able to answer that question, but geez, that's deep. And I can't just answer it off the top of my head like that. That's one that you really have to think about. Is there a super big bucket item list for you to go to an EXO concert? Right now, that's the biggest bucket item list I think I have. I want to be able to go to an EXO concert. Unless you already said it in a previous video, what made you start doing YouTube videos? This is by Arslan again. What made me do YouTube videos is, so I got into EXO last July after watching Busted, and yeah, so got into EXO. I thought their videos were just so amazing. Like, their videos were so much better. Everything's so much, it sounds better. It's better quality. It's better production quality. It's better sound quality. The lyrics are better than anything here, in my opinion. So I just thought it was beautiful, and I've shared it with so many people. Shared it with my boyfriend, shared it with my mom, my dad. I shared it with my brother, shared it with my sister. And I started thinking to myself, well, if I'm, and I'm watching people react to EXO, I'm watching it, on YouTube, and I'm thinking to myself, well, if I'm showing everybody EXO, why don't I just film it and do reactions too? Why not? I can do that too, right? Sure. So that's kind of how that came about. I'm showing people EXO anyway. Might as well record it, right? So that was that. Would you share your playlist? I don't have a problem sharing my playlist. I am technically challenged. So, yeah. Someone explain to me how to do that. Or do I just create a playlist on YouTube? Do I just create a playlist on YouTube and that's how I do it? And I could just like kind of replicate some of my favorite playlists on here? No, is that? Let me know. Comment on this video and let me know. Do you like your coffee hot or cold? It depends. I live in Florida. It's very hot in Florida, so sometimes I just want a nice cold coffee. But typically I do drink hot coffee in the morning. Do you have plans on going to a BTS concert? I'm not going to any this time around, but I would definitely want to go to one. I think that would be awesome. Do you watch Game of Thrones? I do watch Game of Thrones. If yes, any comments about the last season? Well, we all know the last episode is tomorrow, which this video will be out after the last episode. So unfortunately, although it'll be out after the last episode, you won't get my thoughts on that because it hasn't come out yet since I am filming it before this. Episode, was it 2 or 3? The gigantic, the fight against the White Walkers was probably the best thing I've ever seen on television, by like hands down, by far. And guys, I should have recorded my reaction. Honestly, I'm so stupid. That's what I freaking do. and I didn't record my reaction. I literally, that episode, and I'm not going to spoil anything for you guys, don't worry, but that episode, I went like that. I stayed jaw open for probably 2 minutes, just like this, tears just streaming down my face. I'm not going to say whether they were happy or sad tears, but tears just streaming down my face, just like the whole time. I'm just like in complete awe of what I'm seeing on the screen. I was shaking. So I was all my legs, my hands. I was shaking so bad because I was so nervous and had so much like anxiety about what I was watching, about what was about to happen. We're talking, this is the 8th season. They took 1 year off. So we're talking 9 years in the making, guys. 9 years in the making of watching this, right? So I'm freaking out. I think it's 9 years. Has it been 9 years? Has it been that long? No. Has it been? I don't know. Whatever. It's a long ass fucking time. That's all I know. Anyway, I'm shaking so much to the point where I'm making myself nauseous. Like I'm eating Tums. Tums is like an antacid, kind of calms the acid in your stomach that's building up. I'm eating Tums like it's fucking candy because I'm so shaky that I'm making myself like feel nauseous. That's how I was watching that episode. That episode was the most amazing thing I've ever seen on television. It might even be better than most movies I've ever seen. I think it's probably better than. Is it better than any movie I've ever seen? Maybe not better than any movie I've ever seen, but if not, it's damn fucking close. Like that episode, and it was an hour and a half long, so it's like the length of a movie. That episode was one of the most amazing things I've ever seen in my life. And yeah, the episode after that was complete horseshit. It was awful. God, the episode after that was horrible. Just awful. Ugh. And then last week's episode, a lot of people died, which was a lot of them I think you kind of saw coming. You just weren't 100% sure if they were or if they weren't, but you kind of had an idea that maybe they might die. Yeah, so I don't know. I'd actually liked last week's episode. For tomorrow's episode, I think John, has come to the realization that he has a decision. He has something he needs to do, and that's all I'm going to say. So yeah. Yeah, he needs to realize things and do something he's not going to want to do. It needs to happen. Or else we're going to have another crazy one on the throne. So, okay. Yeah, so that was another long answer because I like to talk a lot. Can you tell us more about your dog, and do you have any other pets? I've already showed you my dog and my cat, pictures of them, Taco and Mr. Fritzy Man. Mr. Fritzy Man, when I moved into my house, when I was with my ex, we bought a house together. It was like on a little half acre. First day we were there, the neighbor's dog dug underneath the fence and came into our yard. And that was Mr. Fritzy Man. And he's yelling at him, and I'm just like, oh, is he so cute? Like, and he was just the sweetest thing in the entire world. Sat right in my lap, is looking up at me, giving me all kinds of kisses. The sweetest thing ever. We were giving him so much love, and he's like, oh, I'm sorry. Fritz, get over here. Fritz, get over here. He's like yelling at the dog. And Fritz is just looking at me, and he's looking back at him, and he's just looking at me, and I'm just like, I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to hold him here. He's just not going. I'm sorry. And he's like, I mean, you can have him if you want him. And I was like, what? Like, who fucking says that to somebody else? Like, this is your dog. Like, what? And I was like, what? And he's just like, I mean, we didn't mean to have another dog. It's just someone threw him out of the side of a semi-truck at a machinery plant, so I took him home because I didn't want him to get killed. And I'm like, okay, that was a lot of information. Hold on. Someone threw him out of the side of a semi-truck at a machinery plant. What? And so he took him home. So he didn't mean to have an extra dog. He just took him home so he didn't get hurt or killed by a piece of machinery or run over. So I'm just like, I mean, if you don't want him, absolutely I'll take him. He's the sweetest thing ever. So that's how the dog became mine. He was an outdoor dog with two other dogs that kind of bullied him all the time. And he became an indoor dog, completely spoiled. Yeah, he's the sweetest, sweetest boy in the world. I did a She Don't Know K-pop video recently. You can see it in the thumbnail. It was just probably last a week or two ago. And he's in the video with us because he was so needy that day. We had to like hold him in our lap while we were watching our reaction because he was just, and he's just staring up at me the whole video. He's just the sweetest dog in the world. Yeah. Sweet, sweet, sweet dog. He's like the love of my life. He's my baby. Who's your favorite rapper and who's your favorite singer in BTS? Favorite rapper in BTS, I think is, oh, and that was, sorry, Hot or Cold Coffee was Lynn. Is it Cayenne? Cayenne was Tell Us More About Your Dog. And Layla. Who's your favorite rapper and who's your favorite singer in BTS? Favorite rapper would be Suga. And favorite singer, I don't know. Because I feel like, once again, I feel like it switches. That being said, my favorite BTS song is Serendipity, which is Jimin. So I guess you could maybe argue that Jimin's my favorite voice, but I don't necessarily know that that's true. I do love that song a lot. And you guys know I love V's voice as well. It's just so different. I love it. Okay. Sizlaya, is that right? I love EXO and Chanyeol is my ultimate bias. Me too, girl. The only one my bias in K-pop or world, haha, I guess. I don't know why I can't be attracted to the EXO since they debuted Mama. I already know a little about them since they debuted Growl, and after that, I focus on the lesson. After I studied last year, I began to want to know them, and sometimes I mistaken Chanyeol or Chris because since they debuted, their faces are almost the same. I decided to love Chanyeol. Good choice. I mean, he is the first artist I love, and EXO is the first I really want to stand them. What am I to be fixed as XOL? I'm not 100% sure what your question is, though, so I'm sorry. Let me continue reading this, though. I do not know why I love them. I know, girls, I don't know why I love them sometimes either, but I just do. They're just amazing people. So I want to know why you love EXO and Chanyeol, and also when you began to love them. Forgive me, I'm too excited to know it and mistakes words. Girl, you're fine. You're adorable. Okay, so there's the question. I want to know why you love EXO and Chanyeol. It's one of those things that, like, it just happened and you don't realize that it happened until it happened and you've been sucked in and your life revolves around them and you're like, wait, what happened? When did this happen and how? What? Yeah, I love their songs. I love what they stand for. I love the meaning behind their songs. I love their lyrics. Their voices are some of the best in K-pop in general. And that's not just me being biased and saying that. My dog is itching himself. Can you guys hear that? Did you get it? Did you get it? Yeah. So, as far as Chanyeol specifically, why do I love Chanyeol? Why is he my bias? Okay. Oh, we don't have enough time. Okay, so Chanyeol, he wears his heart on his sleeve. He's the member that cries the most in EXO. He's extremely passionate at anything he likes and anything he wants to do. He puts his 100% effort into it. He wants to master it. So he's an extremely passionate person. He always strives to do his best and to be the best at anything he puts his mind to. He's very sensitive. He wears his heart on his sleeve, like I said. He takes things personally if something doesn't go right. He is extremely talented. His rap voice is amazing. I love his rap flow, the way he flows his rap. Love it. You can hear the songs that he's written when he sings them. Like, he's written Promise, he's written Heaven, he's written That's off the newest album. He's written multiple songs for EXO, and when he sings them, like "Hug Me" is like a little mini solo thing he did. But when he sings them or when he raps them, you hear that passion behind what he's doing, and it just makes you emotional as a person listening to it, because you see how much emotion he's putting into his words and his delivery, and it's just a beautiful thing to see. Not only does he have an amazing rap flow and rap voice, he has an amazing voice. That is my favorite voice. Although Chen is one of the best vocalists in K-pop, and his notes and his high notes are amazing, Chanyeol is my favorite voice. It's this deep, smooth yet raspy, soulful sound. And you know what? For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to play this.
누군가에게 이렇게 사랑을 엄청 많이 받고 그리고 이렇게 많은 사람들이 저를 생각해 준다는 게 엄청 고마운 일이라고 생각하거든요. 그래서 그런 생각을 하면은 되게 많이 버틸 수 있는 좀 원동력이 되지 않나 하는 생각을.
He's so stinking cute. Look at that face. His little fairy ears. His eyes are just, I love his eyes. I love his smile. His smile's amazing. EXO, 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 EXO. But this voice. Sorry, I want you guys to hear this. Sorry if it's a little loud. 상관없이 무심하게도 아침은 날 깨우네 EXO 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 EXO. Guys, his voice like gets me. In these lyrics. I'm probably gonna have to pause this. I'm gonna pause it real quick because JYP stuff gets blocked like crazy. So, yeah, I'm gonna pause this real quick and talk for a second. I think this is probably long enough though, so I'm gonna unpause this. My favorite part of the song's coming up. This is only like a minute long clip, guys, or 2 minute long clip, so yeah, we're almost done. 내 곁에 있어줘 내게 머물러줘 네 손을 잡은 날 놓치지 말아줘 이렇게 네가 한 걸음 멀어지면 내가 한 걸음 더 가면 되잖아. He's so cute. I love him so much. Love him so much. So that voice just owns me. Yeah. His voice, his rap flow, his passion. He's extremely multi-talented. He can play the drums. He's a DJ. He writes songs. He composes songs. He produces songs. He plays the bass guitar. He plays the electric guitar. He plays the acoustic guitar. What am I missing? He plays the piano. I feel like I'm missing something else. I think there's other percussion instruments he plays as well. He's just extremely multi-talented. And that just goes to show his passion. When he sets his mind to something, he wants to be able to be good at it. I have a lot of respect for a person like that. Yeah, I just really like him a lot. Yeah, I think he's adorable. I love seeing him in reality shows. His personality, he's so funny, guys. He's hilarious. His laugh, whenever he laughs, I mean, like, he laughs with like his whole being. He falls on the ground. He hits the table. He claps a lot when he laughs. He just finds humor in things, and I think that's beautiful as well. And he has such a great sense of humor. So yeah. Okay, I think I need to stop talking about Chan. If you ask me you can't ask me a question about Chanyeol. I won't stop talking. Are you a hugger? I literally just spent 5 minutes staring in his face just to think of this question. You're so funny. I love hugs. And I love giving hugs. I think I'm actually a really great hugger. I want to be a hugger, but I feel weird because I don't know how the other person feels. I feel weird initiating the hug. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So I feel weird initiating the hug. So I guess because of that, you can't call me a hugger. But if someone comes to hug me, I love hugging people. So I do love giving hugs. I think I'm a good hugger. I think I'm a good hug giver. I just don't always initiate them because I don't know how the other person feels about hugs. Does that make sense? So yeah. What's your favorite superhero? Anpan Man. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. DC or Marvel's favorite superhero. I honestly am not 100% sure about the answers to those questions because I like different aspects of different things. I like some DC. I like some Marvel. Probably more Marvel than DC, I would think. I think. But yeah, as far as my favorite superhero, like I said, I like different aspects of different people, so that's really hard to say. First album I bought ever. That I personally bought ever. Like, probably like Ace of Base. I saw the sign. I saw the sign. And it opened up my eyes. I saw the sign. Something like that, probably. No, that can't be my first one. But that's probably that I purchased with my own money. That's why I'm saying that. But I mean, like, I had New Kids on the Block albums, like, back in the 80s, like, way before that. But I didn't purchase it with my own money. So that's why it's like, I don't really know how to answer that question. So it's like, me with my own money, it's going to be something in the 90s. Ace of Base was one of the first things I thought of. Of course, I had Ricky Martin's CD back then as well. And like, yeah. And of course, Backstreet Boys. I had Backstreet Boys CDs as well. But I think like in the 80s, I didn't buy it, but I had like, other like New Kids on the Block, not CDs, but tapes. Just like the regular like tapes with the, the tape with the tape player. Yeah, cassette tapes. So yeah, I don't know. How do you think you'd react to meeting your favorite K-idols? I think I would be freaking the fuck out inside, but very calm on the outside because I wouldn't want to freak them out. I wouldn't want to be disrespectful towards them, and I wouldn't want them to feel like I'm invading their space. So I would most likely see them from like afar and just be like, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. And like just record them but from far away because I wouldn't want to disturb them. If it was something where I was just like, if I was in an elevator with them, something like that, I think I'd be like, hello. I love you. You're amazing. I don't want to bug you though. Thank you for being you. Thank you. I'd probably like be like that because I would hate to ever make someone I look up to, and that I stand, I would hate to ever make them feel uncomfortable. That would just be the worst thing to me. I think that's why it's so upsetting seeing them in like the airports and seeing people like with their phones in their faces. I'm just like, there's no way in hell you're a fan. There's no way in hell you are a true fan unless there's something mentally wrong with you, because there's no way you would ever want them to feel like they're at an exhibit at a zoo. They're not animals, guys. These are humans. Like, I get it that they put themselves in that position to be judged and to be, seen like this. I get that, but you know what? No, we don't have to act like animals towards them either. You know what I mean? Like, we can act respectful and like decent human beings towards another decent human being. We don't have to act like that. So yeah, anyway. So yeah, I think I'd be freaking the fuck out, but I would still try to remain as calm as possible so I could be as respectful as possible towards them. Can you share a recipe to your favorite dish? Well, one of my favorite dishes to make, just because everyone seems to love it, there's two. One is a Butterfinger gooey cake. The other is a hash brown casserole. Hash brown casserole, you buy a bag of frozen hash browns. Let it kind of like thaw in your fridge overnight. Don't leave it out, but just put it in the fridge overnight so it's not frozen anymore. And then the next day, basically just do one bag of the frozen hash browns, 1 can of cream of chicken soup, 1 16-ounce container of sour cream, mixed, oh no, and then you also, okay, you can put onion in it. I don't like the texture of onions, but I love the flavor of onions, so I use onion powder. Be generous with your onion powder. Be generous with like your salt and your pepper seasoning as well, because you want to make sure it's potatoes. So if you're not seasoning them, they're going to taste very bland. So make sure that you give it lots of seasoning. Cheese. You need 2 cups of sharp cheddar, finely shredded, inside of the mix. And then mix everything up nice and thoroughly. You put it in a baking dish, like a little like 9 by 13, I think, a baking dish. So put it in the baking dish, and then you get 2 more cups of the finely shredded sharp cheddar, put it on top, and you put it in the oven at about, like 400, maybe 375, 400, I think, for like a half an hour or so. Just check on it. You want the top cheese to be nice and melted, but you don't want to overdo it either. So yeah, that is hash brown casserole. Butterfinger gooey cake. You buy a chocolate cake recipe at the store and any ingredient you need with it. And the only thing additional that you need is a tub of Cool Whip, which is like whipped cream, tub of Cool Whip, a container of caramel drizzle, and 4 Butterfinger bars. Butterfinger is a candy that we have here in the US. So you make your cake batter mix just like normal. You smash up, you leave the Butterfingers in the wrapper, you smash up everything inside the wrapper so it's all crumbly. You open it up and you dump the insides of the smashed up Butterfinger bars, 2 of them, in your recipe. You mix it all up in your cake batter. Pour it into your cake pan, bake it just like normal when the cake comes out of the oven. Cake's out of the oven, it's super hot. You get like a straw and you poke holes like holes, like the size of the straw, size of like a pencil. Poke holes all on the top of the cake and you squirt the caramel down inside of all of the cake. The cake absorbs all that caramel, and so the cake becomes extremely moist. Once you squirted all your caramel inside the holes of your cake, you put it in the fridge. You let it completely cool. If you want it to cool overnight, that's fine. Next day, you take it out. If you have like a silicone mat kind of in your cake dish underneath your cake, you can just take it out and leave it as a full cake. If not, sometimes the Butterfinger, because it's like a toffee, does get stuck to the bottom of the cake dish. If that's the case, you might break up the cake when you're trying to release it from the pan. So what I do is I actually just make it a trifle. So I break up the cake, I put a layer of cake, then I put a layer of the Cool Whip, like the whipped cream, put a layer of the Cool Whip, and then you break up the other 2 Butterfinger bars, you put a layer of the crushed up Butterfinger, and then you put a layer of the caramel drizzle. Put another layer of cake, put another layer of Cool Whip, crushed up Butterfinger, caramel drizzle. So you make like 2 or 3 layers in your like kind of like trifle bowl. And that is the Butterfinger gooey cake. My brother demands it at every family gathering. So I always have to make my Butterfinger gooey cake. It's one of his absolute favorite dishes. Yeah. And then, like I said, the hash brown casserole, I always make like at Thanksgiving and sometimes Easter and stuff like that. So yeah, those are the 2 things I make at every family function. Yeah. Did you see how the American show being disrespectful to NCT saying, could they be the next BTS? Let's find out. What do you think about it? I'm mad as fuck. It's disrespectful for both groups. Also, I love you. I know this question sucks, but I really want to hear your opinion. Ari loves Bangtan. This question doesn't suck. It's extremely disrespectful. If it was for someone to say to BTS, could they be the next Beatles? That's understandable. That makes sense. Beatles, you know, they're legends. They hold records. They haven't been around and active as a group for years. You know what I'm saying? So that you're not directly comparing them with someone who's also currently on the charts right now. I think it's disrespectful only because BTS is directly on the charts competing with them right now. And because of that, I think it's disrespectful. It also, to me, seems disrespectful because NCT is also a boy band from Korea. So it's like, so are all boy bands from Korea the same in your eyes? You have to compare them with, you know, I don't know. Does that make sense, guys? I hope that makes sense. It makes me feel bad for NCT because, and honestly, it's going to make me feel bad for anyone who comes to America after BTS because since Americans are ignorant to K-pop, all they know is BTS. That's all they know. So it's not I don't really think it's their fault that they're being ignorant and disrespectful. I think they haven't educated themselves enough to understand that there's so much out there other than just BTS. BTS is the first to like really break through America, and that's why everyone knows who BTS is, and what they're accomplishing is amazing. But unfortunately, now even people who have been around, I bet you if freaking Super Junior, who has been around for like what, fucking 15 years at least, came to America, they'd be comparing them to BTS. Super Junior was around before BTS was even thought of, you know what I mean? And so that's the only reason why I think it's disrespectful, because we're talking about people who, it just sucks, but everyone's going to be comparing anyone from K-pop to BTS. They're probably saying Blackpink is the female BTS because that's all they have to relate it to, because they don't know any different. They don't know anything else. They haven't educated themselves on anything other than what they see here, which is BTS and BTS only right now. So having NCT here, that's why they're doing it. It sucks. I feel bad for NCT. I really hope that NCT isn't upset about their experience in America, because I feel that they've received a lot of kind of disrespectful comments from people during their time here, and it makes me sad. So I really hope that they got a lot out of their trip other than just being disrespected. So yeah, that sucks. Okay, Emily. Oh, did I say the name of the last person? Yes, I did. Okay, Emily, what is your favorite EXO album and song on that album? My favorite EXO album and song on that album. I can't say I have a favorite EXO album. I like so many different songs from so many different albums. It's hard for me to just say I have one favorite album. That being said, Sweet Lies and White Noise are both on... Is it Sweet Lies and White Noise or Sweet Lies and Artificial Love are both on Lotto? Hold up. Let me check. Yeah, so Artificial Love, Cloud 9, and White Noise. Okay, so yeah. So if I absolutely had to pick an album, simply because 3 of my top 6 songs are on this album, I'd probably have to pick Lotto, the third album repackage. Because Cloud 9, Artificial Love, and White Noise is on this album. I also love They Never Know, and I also love Heaven. Hello, Angel. Chanyeol sings that, or Chanyeol wrote that for Baekhyun. We all know Chanyeol wrote that song about Baekhyun. Come on. Come on. Watch my Chanbeg video. It explains it all there. What's your favorite BTS video so far? Ooh, my favorite BTS video so far is Blood, Sweat, and Tears. That video is fucking beautiful. It is so well done. It's just good. It is so good. So yeah, that's my favorite BTS video so far. But I do love Serendipity because I just want to hug Jimin so bad. He's so stinking cute. That's the Drew Identity. Thank you for your question. Simona, sure. Ooh, this is a long one. Okay, hold on. First of all, I'm sorry in advance for my broken English, and I know that I'm rambling a lot, so you don't have to put all of this in the video. I'm totally going to now. And by the way, anyone who speaks more than one language, please, 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 please do me a favor. Never, ever, ever apologize for your English. Ever. The fact that you can speak more than one language is such a beautiful thing to me because I can't, and I feel so lame because of it. I can't speak more than one language. And I love that you even left me a message. Like, even if English isn't your first language and you do speak broken English, the fact that you're leaving me a message all in English is beautiful to me. So thank you. So please never apologize for that. Please, please. Okay, I really like your channel. Thank you. I'm so happy that I found it by accident. Oh, good. I love how sincere your reaction videos are. Thank you. Now I even wake up a bit earlier every morning to have more time to start my day watching your videos. You are awesome. I'm from Europe, so usually you upload before and around the time when I have to wake up for work. Yeah, because by the time I get a video up, it's usually like midnight or 1 o'clock. So if you're like 5 to 7 hours ahead of me, depending on where you are in Europe, yeah, that makes about wake up time in the morning, right? Oh, I already said this. What is your opinion about, this is 4 hours ago, what's your opinion about solo stands or the fans spreading hate towards an individual member of the group? I already talked about this. Poor Taehyungi is facing a lot of hate at the moment for no apparent reason. Why? I can't comprehend how some people can enjoy the music created by all 7 of them but hate someone in the band so much, to the point of wanting a particular member to leave. For fuck's sake, it's so childish and pathetic. Absolutely. I spoke about this earlier. They can all fuck off because they're not true fans. I don't understand that. Why? Like, why are they targeting him all of a sudden? I understand the fact that fans are allowed to like one member more than the other. Of course, it's okay to have your bias, but at the end of the day, BTS is made of 7 precious guys. If you don't like someone in the band, at least treat them with respect that they deserve. 100%. I can't understand at all how it's even possible to hate anyone in this band. Personally, I love them so much that I can't even decide which one is my bias. It's just OT7 for me. My babies are spreading loving and positive message, so I really can't fathom how some people can be so hateful towards the boys. It's really disgusting to see this kind of behavior inside the fandom. 100%. I didn't even realize this was happening in BTS right now. I knew it was happening in EXO because of Lay's post with Sehun earlier today. I did not know it was happening in BTS. But now that you mention it, I actually posted a video of I retweeted a video of Taehyung that someone sent to me, looking sexy as hell. And when I went to do hashtag Taehyung, or it was hashtag BTS, I can't remember what I went to hashtag something, and it said Taehyung out of BTS, or to remove Taehyung from BTS. One of those was like a trending hashtag, because you know when you go to hashtag something and different choices pop up for you to click on. I saw that and I was like, what the fuck is this? But I just kind of ignored it, and just kind of went on about my day. So that I guess now I put 2 and 2 together. That makes sense that you asked me this question. But what the fuck? Why are they saying that all of a sudden? And no, I don't understand that at all. Solo stands can fuck off. If any solo stands are on my channel that are watching and they ever want to spread hate on my channel, they will be deleted 100%, because my channel is a place for love and positivity, and I will not stand for any hate like that on my channel. I've deleted people before. I will delete people again. I have no problem doing it. So yeah, they can fuck off. That's how I feel about that, because they are not true fans. Once again, as I said earlier, if you truly love the one person you stand, then you know that that person truly loves all of his members that he's with, and he would do anything for his members. So the fact that you would hate on someone else in that group that they love so much, you're not a real fucking fan. So get out. I don't have time for you. So that's how I feel. Oh, I haven't liked this comment. Okay, all the rest of them. What is your wildest story? Like, think chaotic me energy. I'm so not a wild person. Not. And some of the wild stories are not appropriate to talk about. But yeah. I can talk about my most embarrassing moment. You want to hear most embarrassing? I'll do that. I'll do that since it's like a good compromise. Most embarrassing moment would be I was with my ex, and his mom and his brother had come down to visit. And we were trying to show his mom something on the computer. For some reason, I come in the room, and it's my boyfriend at the time, his brother, and his mom. And I walk up to my boyfriend, and I kind of I put my hand on his head, and I just kind of, I'm feeling down his head and, on his hair. And I kind of, brush my hand on his ear, just kind of feel his ear and, put my hand on the back of his neck. And I just kind of set my hand there. And I go to say something. It's his little brother. Guys, I was so, and his little brother was like statue still. Didn't move. Oh my, his brother was like 14 at the time, guys. Oh my God, it was so embarrassing. It was so, I'm getting red thinking about it. Oh my God. I was just like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. His mom was like, I was like, she's being awfully friendly. I didn't even look down. I just kind of walked up. I was looking at the computer screen. So I walk into the room. I'm looking at the computer screen, and I just think it's my boyfriend that I'm sitting next to. Embarrassing. So that was my most embarrassing moment, I think, that I've dealt with my entire life. Oh my God. I was freaking rubbing all up on some 14-year-old boy. Oh my God. In front of his mom and my boyfriend. What? Oh God. So embarrassing. Oh God. Yeah. I still, just thinking about it, my face turns red because I get so embarrassed. I cannot believe that happened. So yeah. So I don't know why all this, but you got my most embarrassing. Are you a fan of Marvel? Yes. Who's your favorite Avenger? I don't know. Guys, I don't know. Like I said before, I like different things about different people. So it's hard to ultimately say that I like this person the most because I like different qualities of different people. Like if I could pick different qualities from different people and make one person, I think that would be cool. So I don't know. I don't know if I really have a favorite Avenger. I mean, I guess if who's like, I don't know. I don't even know. What is your personality type? I don't know because I don't know that. I've never taken that quiz. If you would like to send me that quiz, link it in this video and I will totally take the quiz. And then I can figure out the answer. If there's any other quizzes that you want me to take, like these fun like K-pop quizzes or whatever, maybe I can make a fun video about that stuff too, along with the personality type. So just link that in this video. I think that would be a lot of fun. Let me refresh this real quick. Okay, cool. So I think I've gotten everything. 50 comments, guys. Woohoo! Yay! All right, so this was a long-ass video. I rambled a lot. You guys probably skipped through a lot of things. That's totally okay. Skip through as much as you want until you find a question you like and then start from there. All right, so I'm going to end this video. This was a lot of fun. I might do this again maybe next month or so. Who knows? Tell me if you liked this, if you want me to do this again. Yeah, let me know. Let me know. Did I talk too much? Did I ramble too much? Maybe I need to close it down, close the question off earlier so there's not 50 things for me to talk about so I don't waste so much time of you. Like, what is this going to be, like a 2-hour long video? Holy shit. Okay, so I'm going to go now. That was a lot of fun. I love answering y'all's questions. I liked the random questions. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Hopefully it wasn't too boring of just hearing me talk for 2 fucking hours. Yeah, and I'm going to go. Please, please, please like, comment, and subscribe. Please leave a comment letting me know what you thought of this video. Let me know if you heard one of my answers and you wanted to comment about one of my answers that I said, what your thoughts are on something I might have answered that you agree with or don't agree with. Yeah, I think that would be really cool to kind of keep the discussion going or anything like that in the comments. That would be really fun to me. So yeah, you can always hit me up and DM me on Twitter or Instagram, of course. And yeah, I'm going to go now. Thank you so much. I love you guys so much. You guys are fucking amazing. I can't even believe as many of you guys answer or asked me questions as you did. That's just amazing to me. It's just so cool. So I love you guys so much. So I'm gonna go. I will see you guys later. Love you guys. Mwah. Bye.